So here we are, the last day. It's kind of the seagulls to see me off. Right, we're leaving a misty Morro Bay. And should be home today. California 1 south. Is he on a stop sign? I don't think so. Let me through anyway, thank you. And a relatively empty road. We're going to stay with the 1 as long as we can, and then we will jump on to the 101, I believe. And it only occurred to me last night, we've been on the 101 for a lot of time down the coast, which has been great. I live a block away from the 101 in Los Angeles, a block. And it never really occurred to me that it's the same road. So actually, we're going to finish this day, I think, on the 101. Beautiful. We still got the low clouds on the hills up there. We got that Northern California feel 200 miles from LA. Not bad for the last day. A waterfall of clouds. I can't quite remember, but I think this is day 45. And it's going to feel strange knowing that this is the last day. I won't know what to do with myself tomorrow. I believe the beach is actually not that far down to the right. I think we're at Pismo Beach. In my brain I picture the 101 highway being inland, running parallel to the 1 running by the ocean, but the truth is they merge quite a few times in Southern California. I often find technology and motorcycles don't get along long term. You know, GPSs, iPads, whatever. Same with the cameras. So it's done its own little reset, including the beeping function and a couple of other things. Right, so they're just showing the monthly payments on the RV because they don't want to terrify you with what they would actually cost you. I'm not sure I get them really. But most people want to go on holiday somewhere nicer than their own home, not somewhere with a chemical toilet. Definitely a different landscape. Never knew this even existed. I suppose the GPS always routes you back to the 101. Traffic lights, I always try and just slow down and crawl to the point where it'll be green when I get there. Ooh, I would buy a bonsai tree if I had somewhere to put it. I mean, put it on the bike, not put it in the apartment. No. What is this golf ball thing? Well drilling. Oh, it would have been a globe at some point, I presume. It's turning into a beautiful day. And it is nice to be off the highway. So it's a pretty little kind of western town with a Mexican feel and a Mexican name. We are in Santa Barbara County now, so we are on the way to getting home. This guy's crawling. I don't know what he's carrying. Nice looking town. Quite what town it is, I'm not sure. Distracted by looking around, I've instinctively just followed the GPS, which has put me back on the highway again, even though I've set it not to. So we are at the speed limit at 65, and yeah, traffic's just building behind us. Everyone's passing. Not what I wanted for the last day, but I think it should slow down once we reach the coast. And I should add, I have no reason to complain. I'm riding a motorcycle in Southern California on a day when there isn't a cloud in the sky and I've got nowhere to be. And then of course I realize I'm in Southern California. Technically this isn't lane splitting, but my excuse would be the bike is overheating. Officer. Truth be told, I don't really care about the roadworks if this is the view you get. It cooled off all of a sudden, and I guess we know what that means. It's funny, you're in these canyons and you've got no idea that the ocean is just right here. I guess we'll stick with the ocean until after Santa Barbara, and then we'll be cutting back inland towards Calabasas, I think, horse country. 110 miles to go. Just don't want to. I'm not tired, but I just don't want to make any dumb mistakes. You know, it's always that thing: 5 minutes from home, 5 miles from home. That's when something's going to go wrong. Definitely having to use both mirrors. Just get into the slow lane. This guy isn't moving. Besides, who knows what that truck's going to throw at me. Yeah, I'm at the speed limit and I'm being pushed by a guy in the slow lane. Can't wait to get off this grooved road surface. It's making the bike a little twitchy. One of the things I enjoy most about traveling on a motorcycle is that I'm very much stuck in the present. I mean, I'm almost home and I'm not thinking about filling the fridge with food or what's happening tomorrow. Why are we suddenly passing people? This is the first time it's happened. I think it's all down to this one truck here, maybe. I'm hoping that Volkswagen ID4 is going all the way to LA, because we've been behind him for a while and he's sitting, he must be cruise control, he or she, at like 61. Once in a while I find it useful just to use a car to maintain my pace. You know, just not going too fast but keeping a good rhythm. And I'm sure they think they're being stalked after a while. I'd forgotten there are a couple of little hills to get over to get home. Oh. After you, sir. Of course, as soon as we start to get close, the traffic starts to build. It's been an interesting ride in terms of sort of temperature fluctuations and how to deal with that, and learning what layers I needed. Why is it telling me my AirPods have been left behind? They're in my pocket. No, they're not. They're in my ears. I guess the battery's dead. That's all. So a lot of the traffic, Sacramento or Santa Monica on the 405. This is much nicer. There's always one. I can't tell if I look this happy because I'm getting this Honda off a busy highway, or maybe this is how happy everyone is in LA when they reach the exit nearest their home. So what did I learn in 8,000 miles? Well, first, the Honda is a surprisingly easy and forgiving bike to ride, just not good on a highway. I learned that sometimes not having a plan is a good plan, because Alaska and the Yukon sort of make plans for you sometimes. Most people out there are extremely kind and helpful. I don't want to single you out, Canada. And trips like this make me acutely aware how lucky I am that I have the ability and the time to travel. And no, I didn't think this video would end with a shot of my bathroom. But the real question is, what's next?